Journal said that automated warning messages are an indication of smoke in the nose of the aircraft and an apparent problem with the flight control system. Here's the story.
The French Aviation Safety Agency said that as search teams hunted for more wreckage, the Egypt Air Flight MS-804 sent automated messages signaling smoke on board before plunging into the Mediterranean. The Airbus A320, carrying 66 people, had been flying from Paris to Cairo when it plummeted and turned full circle before vanishing off radar, with some debris later found in the Mediterranean Sea. While the automated messages may offer clues, more wreckage, including the black boxes, will need to be found before investigators can piece together what happened. A spokesman for France Bureau of Investigations and Analysis said there were ACAR messages emitted by the plane indicated that there was smoke in the cabin shortly before data transmission broke off. ACAR is a digital system that transmits short messages between aircraft and ground stations. He added that it was far too soon to interpret and understand the cause of the accident as long as the wreckage had not been found. Search teams were scouring the sea on Saturday for more parts of the plane and the black boxes for clues on why it came down. An Egypt Air official said the search was focused on finding the bodies of the passengers and the flight recorders, which will stop emitting a signal in a month when the batteries run out. While Egypt's aviation minister has pointed to terrorism as more likely than technical failure, the French foreign minister said there was absolutely no indication of why the plane crashed. The disaster comes just 7 months after the bombing of a Russian passenger jet over Egypt's Sinai Peninsula in October that killed all 224 people on board.
Meanwhile, the Egyptian Navy and armed forces are continuing their search operation for the wreckage and the black boxes of the crashed MS-804 plane. In the latest update, military spokesman Brigadier Mohammed Samir posted a number of images of the recovered debris and some of the passengers' belongings online. The pictures posted on Brigadier Samir's official Facebook page showed a charred piece of the plane's body with the Egypt Air logo on it, several seats and life jackets. Meanwhile, the head of Egypt Air's investigation team, Captain Ayman al-Muqaddim, discussed with the French delegation the latest developments regarding the search operation and the possible causes of the crash. The French delegation includes 3 investigators from the French Aviation Safety Agency and a representative of the plane's manufacturer. In France, Foreign Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault met in Paris with the relatives of the passengers who were on board the Egypt airplane which crashed into the Mediterranean on Thursday. Speaking to reporters after the meeting that was held at the French Foreign Ministry's headquarters, Ayrault said that no one theory was being favoured and that the investigation should be allowed to run its course before the cause could be determined. He added that the reports being circulated gave rise to nearly definitive conclusions, warning of the painful tension caused to the families of the victims. He went on to say that France's dual goal is to offer solidarity with the families, but also transparency on the circumstances of the plane's disappearance. The meeting was attended by a number of ambassadors, French prosecutors and representatives of the office investigating the tragedy. The Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued a condemnation of a report published by the CNN News Network that suggested that the pilot of the Egypt Air MS-804 plane had committed suicide. In a statement, Foreign Ministry spokesman Ahmed Abu Zaid said that such a report does not respect the feelings of the families of the victims. The Arab League's permanent representatives and ambassadors of the UN Security Council's permanent member states have opened a meeting at the bloc's headquarters in Cairo. At the beginning of the meeting, the attendees observed a minute of silence for the victims of the Egypt Air tragedy. The meeting will discuss several issues on the Arab League's agenda, mainly the Palestinian cause, ahead of a French bid to revive the stalled Israeli-Palestinian peace talks. The delegates are also set to discuss the situation in Libya, Syria, Iraq and Somalia. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that the visit by the Security Council's delegates came at Egypt's request, the current chair of the 15-member council. The statement added that Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry will tackle mutual cooperation between Egypt and the UN Security Council. In more local-related news, a police officer was killed and a conscript was injured when a roadside bomb detonated while their vehicle was passing near the Al Arish police station in North Sinai. A security source said that the injured conscript